Hey, what's going on, guys? Journeyman here, and welcome back to my Championship Manager 0102 save with Manchester City. So, in the last couple of episodes, obviously, our run of form's been really good. Couple of draws on last episode, which is pretty disappointing. But we are still top of the table, despite having a game in hand over West Brom, Albion, and Preston and Watford, who are currently on our tails. I'm thinking about our defensive issues. I can see we've conceded 31 goals this season. That's very poor. So, I'm thinking about it, and I'm going to make a quick tactical change. What I'm actually going to do is I am going to take Preston off. Now, there's a reason why I have Preston on in the first place, because we have a lot of young, fit players that are not going to impact their stamina and conditioning too much. And honestly, our conditioning hasn't been that bad this season, but I'm thinking it may pull them out of position too much. So what I'm going to do is just going to tell them to take pressing off and tell them to hold a little bit more stable at the back. So we'll see if that works. We have a game against Bolton next in the League Cup third round. So let's go ahead and try and skip to there, shall we? So at the weekend, West Brom won, so they go back up to top of the table. We're only 2 points behind them, so we're well in the title race. Let's see, I have got my scouts back out to Scandinavia. Remember the last episode, I set the scouts up. Roosevelt, I remember him. He's a pretty okay striker. He's crap. I'm not going to sign him, whoever he was. Mikkel Nielsen, nope, not very good. Daniel Anderson, not a bad keeper, really. 28 years old, could probably get him on the cheap. Radzinski's going to be out for 11 months for Everton. The Canadian striker, Thomas Radzinski, is going to be out for a long time, disappointing for him. And we just sold Steve Howie to Newcastle. So, yep, he goes back to Newcastle after playing for Man City for a couple of seasons. London's playing really well, definitely build up the praise for him. I'm always a fan of making sure that the players get their due diligence, as it were. If they deserve it, they definitely should be getting it in the public, in the press, I should say. Alright, so who's this guy? Petter Martinsson, he looks okay. Vincent's, looks so. Charlie Elholm, I like him a lot, actually. Cheap as well, 210. Let's put a quick bid in for him, absolutely. Asian search, Matsuda, so. Habo Young, Yuta Minardi, who's this Lee Kwan Roo? Yeah, another good looking player, actually. Only 20 years old as well. Put him on the short list. Keep a close eye on him and his development. Newcastle signed another centre half, Kenny Cunningham, for 2.9 million. Anyway, back to today's game. Obviously, One Chop is still out injured. Unfortunately, he's going to be out for another week with a gashed leg. That's the only change we're going to make to the team. Chiatis has been pretty poor the last couple of games. He got 9 the last one, though, so fair play to him. All right, so let's see if that quick tactical change works for us. And obviously, we're up against much tougher opposition today in Bolton. They are in the Premier League, and they have some real quality players. The likes of Ricardo Gardner, Joski Jaskalainen in goal, Michael Ricketts up top. I can't believe that guy actually played for England, to be honest with you. Hendrik Pedersen, Rod Wallace, 32-year-old Rod Wallace is playing today. Colin Hendry, Scottish centre-half legend. And of course, Rod Wallace, as soon as I mention his name, gets a goal. But disappointing concede early on. Let's see, we've got plenty of time to respond, though. We've got a team full of goal-scoring threats, so I'm hoping we'll get a goal here. And there he is, Tom Madeira, got 18th goal of the season for him. So we hold on to half-time. Good. So things are pretty even so far. So we're matching our Premier League opponents. Of course, Michael Ricketts. Oh, never mind, disallowed. Good. Well-played linesman. But they are matching our Premier League opponents pretty well so far. That's very pleasing stuff. Andy Morrison getting a goal. Gets in there. 2-1. Alright, so let's see how things are going condition-wise. Everyone looks looking pretty good so far. Let's make a quick change, though. Let's try and waste some time. Why not? Let's bring off Haaland. Let's bring on Mild. Let's also bring on Jonas Lundin for Kim Karlstrom. I actually forgot I made that change. But yeah, come on. Just got to hold on. Come on, boys. 91 minutes on the clock. Don't give it away now. Get in there. 2-1 victories over Bolton. Good result indeed. Knocking out a Premier League team is always very pleasing stuff. And the board agrees with me. They're very happy with that result. So our League Cup run continues. Going to the 4th round now. Let's see who we're going to be playing. The draw should be pretty soon. Oh, let's check out these players before we do that. Freddie. I'm always like a good one name player. Usually are pretty good in the game. Vargas, she looks pretty good. Good work rate. 21-year-old, pretty cheap as well. Let's go and add him to the shortlist. That's a player I might bring in next summer. The work permit could be an issue though. They used to be very, very strict on the work permits in this game. Alright, so 4th round draw. We're going to play Stockport. Okay, that's a really good draw actually. We're playing at home to Stockport. So hopefully our run will continue. Zhang. He's not very good, is he? AIK put an offer in for Christian Person. Now I'm actually taking a look at this guy, aren't I? Yeah. Alright. I want to scout him though. I want to get him scout information, because if AIK are after him, usually that means he's a pretty good player. Alright, so Charlie Eljam does want to come play for us, so we'll give him a quick deal. Perfect. Again, he's probably not going to play too much this season, as we have a numerous amount of midfield talent. But still, bring him on board, develop him, maybe sell him on at a high price. 16-year-old Lasse Hansen. I'm always after 16, 15-year-olds. Usually they're going to be good players. Not in this case, though. They're both crap. All right, so we did sign him the Charlie Eljam, Ejerholm, however you want to pronounce it. So good signing. Good signing. So we're playing West Bromwich Albion today, and this is a huge, huge game without Mike Duff, unfortunately. He's going out for 2 weeks with damaged shoulder. Completely missed that announcement. So Lee Croft, actually, I'm going to play Haaland at right back. A little bit unorthodox. Not really a right back, but I feel like in this situation, he is going to do a good job for me. Let's also put... let's put Lee Croft on the bench. Why not? Because he can play right back in case I need to change things around. And yes, London will return to the first team instead of Karlstrom. I remember to do that change this time around. So up against West Brom today. They are top of the table. We are 2 points behind. This is a huge, huge game. We need to keep winning if we want a chance to win the league. They have Rolf Fox, the old Tottenham winger. Still going strong for them. Jason Roberts, the top goal scorer, looks like 9 goals and 18 appearances. Dangerous player. Scott Dobie partners him with 7 goals. Darren McInnes, a midfielder, used to play for Rangers? Yep, used to play for Rangers. Who else do they have? Lars Sigurdsson is going to be out though. So they haven't got too many good players. They've got some really nice pieces, but not outstanding. So I think we can beat them here today. Alright, so come on boys. Let's get a win. And of course they score first. They always score first. The opposition always scores first. No matter what I do, we just keep conceding too many goals. But lucky enough, we have got a team that has got full of goals. As you saw in the last game. 2-0 though. Matthew Turner getting a goal for West Brom. Tomadura finding the back end of the net. Gets in there. 2-1. Hopefully make it 2-2 really quickly here. Oh, no, never mind. 3-1 down. Okay. Alright. 3-1 down. Come on, boys. Great opportunity. Come on. Find Madeira. Someone find Madeira. Obviously, losing Mike Duff today was a big loss for us. How's Haaland playing at right back? Oh, I mean, Charles has got a 4 again. Jesus. Form isn't good, is it? Alright, so, let's revert back to what we were doing previously. Pressing, yes. I'm not going to start games with pressing on. I will adapt as I'm doing now. Let's also push Mark Kerr forward. I'm going to leave him on just for now, but I do have options on the bench. So let's keep an eye on things, shall we? So 3-1 down. We got a chance to get back in this. We've done it before. We can do it again. Come on, boys. All right, 16 minutes on the clock now. Will be a great time to score if we are going to score. Okay, so 73 minutes. There's a goal. Come on, Mark Kerr getting a goal. 74th minute. Oh, well, fuck, score. 4-2. That pretty much puts a nail in the coffin for us. Let's make one last change. Let's bring off London. Let's bring on Karlstrom. Let's bring off Dickoff and bring on Sean Gota. Why the hell not? Okay. Yep, so that's going to be a game set match there, folks, I think. Yep, looks like going to be a 4-2 defeat at home to West Bromwich Albion. Very disappointing display, that one. Really, really needed to win that one. The board unhappy with that result as well as am I, naturally. Charlie Ejerholm has joined the team. Gives us another option in midfield. Let's see who we got here. Martinez, nope. Okay, so disappointing with that. Very disappointing. I'll take a look at training real quick. Charlie Ejerholm, be attacking midfielder. Okie dokie. So Hopefully One Shot will be back for the next game. He's got a few days away from being fully fit. And we're up against Preston North End next. That's another tough game. They are third in the table. So a run of tough games for us. Okay, who we got here? Matt's, not going to pronounce your name. And that's the only player there, so moving on. Alright, so Per Nilsson, that's a player I was keeping an eye on. 19 years old. It's got some nice well-rounded attributes. 30,000, get him on the cheap. And who's this guy? Krista Persson, that's the player AIK wanted. Man, doesn't look that good, does he? Nope, skip him. Okay, moving on. Alright, it's up against Preston North End here today. Still without Mike Duff, naturally. He's going to be 2 weeks away from returning. Holland did okay, but he wasn't great. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play Lee Croft, put Holland on the bench. And I'm also, controversially, I'm going to play... No, I can't do that to him. Yeah, let's leave London on just for now. One Chop is available. He's only 68% though, so he's not going to start. Dickoff, you've been fucking terrible. You know what, Karlstrom, you're going to start up top for Paul Dickoff. And I'm going to move Charlie Eljarm to the bench. There you go. Take a little bit of a risk. Perfect. All right, so let's get back to winning ways today. Obviously disappointing the last result. So hopefully we bounce back today with a good win against a team that's also pushing for promotion. Who do they have of any interest? Richard Cresswell, David Healy, Graham Alexander, really good right back. And Mark Kirk gets a goal. That's good. 5th goal of the season for him. All right, how we doing match stat wise? They haven't got a shot on goal so far, so things are going very well defensively for us. Kim Karlstrom getting a goal from playing up top. That's his first goal as a striker and first goal for the team. And Tomado gets his 20th goal of the season. Obviously, he's on fire. 20 goals, and it's not even December yet. Jesus, this guy's an absolutely unstoppable. Look at that. 19 games, 19 goals. Now it's 20 and 20. The man can't be stopped. No matter how hard you try, Tomado just scores past you. What we got going on here? What we got going on? Still 2 points behind West Brom, of course. Richard Cresswell getting a goal in the 49th minute. If they get one more goal, I might start to panic. So Barsom scores 4-1. I feel it better now. There you go. Barsom getting its 7th goal of the season. Let's make a couple of changes. Take the condition of the players. Conditioning is really good, actually, to be honest with you. Let's bring off Mark Kerr, though. Let's bring on Charlie for his debut. Getting some game time action. Why not? Why not, indeed. Childer's played a bit better today. He's got a 7. A bit better than the 4. Almost twice as good as a 4, to be honest with you. 81 minutes on the clock. Speaking of a change, this game is pretty much set in stone. Tomado getting another goal. 2nd goal of the game for him. Let's bring off Mill. Let's bring on Haaland in his spot. And that's good. Yeah, let's roll with that. 5-1. Game, set, match. So he's got to kill out this game. Maybe get a 6th goal for fun. Oh, it would have been good to see Maduro got a hat-trick there. But never mind. 5-1 victory against a team that are 3rd in the table. Very, very pleasing stuff. And the board think that was an excellent, excellent result. So, moving on. Who we got up next? So we have Rotherham next and then Stockport in the League Cup. So 2 very winnable games. Let's take a look, see what our scouts have found. Clayton Zane, 24-year-old Australian player. He's got a ton of goals, hasn't he? That's a very intriguing striker. Wants to be transfer listed. Ooh, I might have to try and sign him at some point. He looks really good. Daniel Berg. I remember seeing him previously. He's okay. Thomas Paulson. We've got too many midfielders now. Andreas Azakason. Now, he's another really good goalkeeper. Definitely worth keep an eye on for him. Am to the shortlist to keep a close eye on his development. Henry Schwiliff. Yeah, we'll go with that. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to sign you. Antonio. Nope. No, thank you, sir. Luis Morea. Nope. No, thank you, sir. John Patricio. Nope. No, thank you, sir. All right. Praise for the forward. Tomadero, of course. Of course, he deserves praise. Absolutely, he does. Things are going really well so far. The board and the fans are really behind me, as you would expect. I mean, the signings I've made so far is obviously very pleasing. 21 goals in 20 games. I mean, that is just... If you need any justification to sign this guy, here it is. Evidence for you. Alright, so moving on. What was that about Zachison? So, there's bids going in for him. So he's a wanted commodity. Let's put a cheeky bid in now. Why not? It can be backup goalkeeper. 300,000. Let's see where that gets me. Okay, so Corneliuson. I actually, you know what? I forgot I was going to sign this guy on the Bosman. So yeah, welcome to the team, Carl Corneliuson. That's awesome news because Mike Duff is still out for injury, so you go straight into the first team. I didn't take a look at these players. Skip straight past them. Let's go back and check them out real quick. That's good. That's good. Person off accepted. I'm not going to sign him. Winger. Don't need wingers. Honsick. Don't need crap players. Anderson. It's promising. Promising. Kemba Samara. That's another player that I recognise. Really good talent too. A lot of money though, 1.4 million for a player that's kind of 50-50 in how he turns out. I had in some games he's been absolutely marvellous and scored tons of goals, but I've had other games when he's been absolute atrocious. So Samara, what I'm going to do about him? That's whatever. Okay, moving on. Alright, so Madeira's been really good. Definitely built up the praise there. Titi, pretty good. You're okay. Tim, love the name. Not going to sign you though. Rodrigo, nope. Svanberg, you're okay. Sorry if this is boring you, but this is kind of my routine. Got to check through every single player my scouts recommend. That's how you kind of build up your knowledge. Hausenborg, they put in 1.7 million. Ooh, this keeper could be good. I'm not going to pay 1.7 million for him. It's too much of a risk. Looks like it could be a really good goalkeeper at 1.7 million. Though I've got Chiatis, don't need him. I've got faith in the Greek goalkeeper. Let me see, Yang Hyun Young, I guess. Park looks pretty good. Schwaber, so. Gilbert, Jesus Christ, look at that name. Mashangaziki? Gilbert Mashangaziki. Wow. I'm not going to say that every game. Tico. Love the name. Tico. Alright. He actually looks pretty good too. If he wasn't 29 years old, if he was like 21, I might consider signing him. He's got a really nice goal scoring record this season. 12 goals in 14 games. Yeah, Tico. He looks like a pretty good player. But I'm not going to sign you. Somo. Nope. No thank you, sir. Oh, League Cup qualifying draw. Alright, so we play Fulham or West Bromwich Albion. So that's a pretty promising draw as well. So we just got to get past Stockport. And things look a little bit rosy in that competition. Alright, so against Rotherham now. They're in 12th place in the table. So, alright, so Corneliuson has joined the team, which means he'll go straight into the first team instead of Lee Croft. He actually played really well last game out, but Corneliuson is a really good right back in the game. I'm glad to have him on board to provide versatility. One Chop should be fully fit. Yep, he's fully fit. So you will go on the bench now instead of Sean Gota. And yep, we'll start with Karlstrom up top. He started up top last game, got a goal, so I'm going to continue with him. And yep, that's the only change I need. So Corneliuson gets the number 19 shirt. And we're going to kick off today's game. Who do Rotherham have? They have Paul Warne, who's actually a really good player in Championship Manager 0102. Does a really good job at the Championship level, or Division 1 level, I should say. Christopher Todd, a bit of a namesake there. Welsh under 21 player. Who else do they have? Danny Mills. Danny Mills on loan from Leeds. He had a really good career, actually. And Karlstrom getting a goal today. No? Awesome. Good stuff. Kim Karlstrom getting another goal up top. Promising stuff from him. Had a nice start to his career here at Main Road. Alright, so how are we doing match stat wise? Pretty even so far. They've had a couple shots. We've had 4 shots. So things are pretty even. Take a look at the... got 30,000 people in the crowd. That's really good numbers. Let's take a look at the fitness levels. I think it's going well. Barsom got an assist. Yep, awesome. Corneliuson's doing okay so far. Average rating of 6. Hasn't misplaced the pass yet, though, so that's good news. Jonas London getting a goal, making it 2-0. Double in deficits. And this result coming right now puts us above West Brom, so we are putting pressure on them. Obviously, that's not good, though. Paul Ritchie getting sent off. So let's bring off Karlstrom. Leave Madeira up top by himself. And let's bring on Rasberg for Karlstrom instead. Apologise, I've been playing a lot of Football Manager lately. That's why I dragged Rasberg over here. You may remember that doesn't work that way in the older games. Alright, so 2-0. We've got to be careful now, though, because we don't want to throw away this lead. Disappointing to see Mark Ritchie getting a red card there. I mean, he's probably going to be out the next game as well, which is the League Cup. Tomoduro getting a goal, making it 3-0. Keeps up his awesome run of form. And London got sent off now too. Great. Alright. Okay. It's getting a little bit out of hand. Alright, so we got, lucky enough, we got a 3-goal lead. That should be enough to see us through the rest of the game, but disappointing to lose London and Ritchie for the next game. Yeah, that's not good at all, is it? Lucky enough, though, our tactic and player quality has seen us through today's game. We have a good 3-0 win, despite being down to 9 men. Ritchie's going to be out for 2 games. I'm going to appeal the ban. I mean, it's not going to work, but I'm going to appeal anyway. Board are happy with the results. That's good, I suppose. But yeah, disappointing to lose out to 2 players for the next game. That's going to suck. Leicester City want Andy Morrison. Reject that. Yep, dismiss the appeal for Paul Ritchie. They haven't responded yet to London, so we'll have to see what happens there. Let's see, he's okay, he's not too bad. Walter Corozo, nope, no thank you, sir. Adriano. Okay. And of course they reject the 300,000. There's got a 1.7 million bid for him, so I'm not surprised they rejected it. Alright, so they dismissed the appeal. Terry Cook wants to know about his future at the club. Honestly, you can start off as far as I care. Unhappy Cook has been transfer listed. Yep, get out of here, son. You're not going to be in the first team anymore. Alright, so, on the plus end, I thought they were going to be suspended for today's game. So they're not, so that's good. That's good news. That's good news. So London will start, obviously, and so will Paul Ritchie. So yeah, let's go with the same team. It was a comfortable victory. No need to change things up, unless I have to. Karlstrom getting another goal. That's his 3rd in 3 games. So he's obviously flourishing in that striker role. Cookie getting an equaliser then for Stockport. Shefki Cookie. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Madeira injury. That could be a little bit devastating. Let's bring on One Chop. He's been doing really well for me this season. Obviously disappointing to lose Tom Madeira. That's a huge blow. Huge blow. Hopefully he's not going to be out for too long. Merker getting a goal, 2-1. Barsom, get in there, son. Making it 3-1. So make it 4-1 for half-time. Let's really kill this game off. Yep, 4-1, gets in there. Barsom has an awesome season so far. Look at that. 9 goals and 9 assists to his name now. He's having an absolutely wonderful season. Alright, so 5-1 before halftime. Gets in there. They're absolutely running riot so far. Polo Lunchop getting back on the score sheet as well. Pleasing to see. Doesn't hide my disappointment though being Tom Madeira injured. Again, hoping it's not too bad. Does it tell me? No, it doesn't tell me yet. Crap. I kind of wish it would tell you. I mean, it's an older game, obviously, but I would like to know. Alright, so Karlstrom gets a goal. 5th goal of the season. And 6-1 up. Let's make some changes just to kill off the game now. Charlie going to come off with Barsom. And let's bring on Rasberg for Andy Morrison. Alright, so 6-1. Very, very comfortable victory. And this will probably be the last game of this episode. So a very good way to end. And it looks like we're playing West Bromwich Albion now as well. In the quarterfinals now of the League Cup. So up against West Brom, we obviously lost to them in this episode. So it'll be interesting to see how well we do against them this time around. Madeira is going to be out only for 2 weeks. Okay, I can live with that. At least it's not a season-ending injury. I mean, just look at him, 22 goals and 22 appearances. So I'm glad that we haven't lost him for too long. And looking at how the fixtures stack up, he might be available for the West Brom game. We don't know yet. We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, about out of time for this episode. Hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. If you have any suggestions on players I should look for and sign, please put that in the comments below. I'll be interested to see your take on who I should sign. What do you think of the little tactical change that I made at the beginning of the episode? Do you think it's kind of worked out in our favour? Looking at the goals conceded, it's got a bit better. We've actually got a clean sheet, which is very rare for us. I think that was our first of the season. Nope, second of the season. It was only our second clean sheet, and the other games you only conceded 1 goal in. So from that perspective, it looks like it has worked. Do you think it will work going forward? Just interested to see your comments. Please comment below. I'll be interested to read them. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. If you are, remember to smash the like on the video. If you want to see more from me in the future, please hit subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next part. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.